I'm Jason West, lead pastor at Shiloh Community Church, and we are celebrating 35 years of ministry here at Shiloh. We've seen the Lord do amazing things. The gospel's been going out, people have been giving their lives to Jesus, people have been getting baptized, getting connected into community, getting into community groups and men's studies and women's studies and celebrate recovery groups, and we've seen the Lord work. We're feeding the poor, we're sending missionaries out all over the world. We've planted 4 churches. It's just been incredible to see how God has used the local church the past 35 years. Well, we're getting ready for the next 35 years, and we want to kick that off with an initiative called Next. Next has 3 major components to it. The first of those is called Renew. We want to renew the facilities and campus God has given to us. It's a great place to worship the Lord. Every week we've seen hundreds and hundreds of people come in on our campus for decades. Well, that's taken its toll on the buildings and grounds, and it's time to put some effort into that. We've got about $800,000 in renewal and remodeling that needs to happen, and we don't want to secure more debt to do that. And thus, this initiative is a part of that effort. We want to renew the welcome centers. We want to make sure that we're renewing the courtyard. We want to renew the children's ministry building, which is our oldest building, but it's also probably our most used building. And we want to make sure we're renewing everything that God has given to us so we can be good stewards of these facilities and the tools God has given us.
With the increase of young families coming in and just an influx of more people getting involved in Shiloh, our facilities definitely just need an update just to meet the needs of our growing church.
We're confident that God is going to use this initiative to help us renew and remodel some things around the campus over the next 2 years. And I'm confident in that He's going to renew your own faith through this time and restore you. The second part of this initiative is called Release. Over the years, we've gathered up some debt as a church, building some buildings and having some land. For every dollar that goes into renewing the campus, we want to put $1 into debt reduction. Over the next 2 years, that would be $800,000 in debt reduction as a church. What that can do is release those funds into ministry. We can free up over $350,000 in interest alone. And can you imagine, once our entire debt is paid off, being able to use $170,000 a year that's currently going towards mortgage payments into planning more churches, into sending out more missionaries, into doing projects around our community. This is the release piece, and I know that through this, He's going to release more people to do ministry in our church, to release your time and talent and treasure into your own ministry that God has given you.
It's important for us to pay off our debt. That relieves us from that financial obligation and burden to be able to accomplish the mission of why we're here, which is to proclaim the gospel and do discipleship and make disciples.
The third component of Next is called Reach. We believe that God has given us all of these tools for ministry to reach more people for Jesus. Every one of us has in our sphere of influence somebody that needs to know Jesus. God's not going to write that in the sky. He put you in their life for that reason. So I'd ask you over this initiative time to be praying for them. Write their name down. Reach out to them. Share your own God story with them. Invite them to a community group. Invite them to church. Invite them to some outreach event. We want to continue to build this ethos of evangelism here. And I know that over the next couple years, we're going to see many, many people give their lives to Jesus because of Next.
The one-for-one part of this campaign is the coolest part of this campaign, in my opinion, and has the biggest possible impact in this community and for this church. Think about it. God has given us a great gift. Out of deep joy and obedience to God, we want to share that gift and we want to share that love with others. Imagine if each and every one of us went out into our communities, sharing the joy of the Lord with them, sharing this gift, showing them how much we love the Lord for what He's done for us. Think about that. We could multiply this church and dramatically increase the impact of God's kingdom right here, right now, in this community.
Renew, release, and reach. We need you to be a part of this. Be praying about it. Be thinking about your own commitment through this season as we continue to make disciples who love God and love His church and show His love to the world.